Dana, let's start with the main event. Did you expect Rashad Evans to be able to dominate Phil Davis like he did?
You know, I honestly, to be honest with you, didn't know. To me, it looked like, I don't know if there was something wrong with Rashad's hands, if there was something wrong with his right hand or what was wrong. Usually he puts together combinations. You know, Phil Davis was huge in there. He was a big guy, and for Rashad, with the size difference, yeah, I think Rashad did, you know, muscle him around, and you know, there was some debate at the press conference over the wrestling, and it's pretty obvious who got the better of the wrestling tonight.
But that said, it sounds like you weren't all that impressed with Rashad.
No, hey, listen, Phil Davis is undefeated in the UFC. He's here, you know, he's here fighting in the main event in Fox for a reason. He's a tough guy.
Randy Couture said on the post-show that Davis didn't seem like himself out there. Do you think in hindsight he wasn't ready for this challenge?
I think the fact that Rashad Evans has been blazed, I mean, look at the way he blazed through Tito, and the fact that he went 5 rounds tonight, I would say that, yeah, Davis did fine tonight, and he was ready for this. You know, this was definitely the biggest stage he's ever been on, but the guy's undefeated, and he went 5 rounds with Rashad Evans tonight.
Have you talked to Rashad, and if so, will he be healthy to fight on April 21st?
I haven't. I literally just came out of the arena right now. I haven't seen or talked to him. You know, that's where I'm going right now to find out how he's doing.
Now, Michael Bisping told us that Chael told him that he thought Michael won the fight. Who do you think won that fight?
I actually, if I did score that fight, I had Bisping 2 rounds to 1.
So you had him winning, what, the first and second rounds?
Yeah.
Were you surprised that Michael did so well in the wrestling department?
No. I was actually the guy saying before this fight, this is not a 5-1 dog. Bisping wrestled with Rashad. Bisping wrestled with Hamill. You know, there's debate over who won the Hamill fight, but he was in there with Hamill. Bisping has great wrestling, good stand-up, and great submissions, too.
So now it's set, CHAEL Sonnen versus Anderson Silva, too?
Yes.
Brazil?
Yes.
Sao Paulo?
Probably.
June?
Yes.
All right. Final fight on the Fox card, Chris Weidman versus Damian Maia. Obviously, Chris Weidman took this fight on short notice. So considering all that, were you impressed with what he did?
Absolutely. Took this fight on short notice, came in. The hardest part of taking this fight on short notice was cutting that weight. Cut the weight, went in there, and beat a guy like Damian Maia. Huge, massive win for this kid.
So you can't look at the fact that he was, you know, gassed and all that. You have to consider all that he went through. He lost 30 pounds.
No doubt about it. The kid came in here, performed against one of the best in the world, the guy who's been in there with Anderson Silva, et cetera, et cetera. Weidman looked awesome tonight.
All right, let's put a bow on the second Fox show. Overall, you happy with it?
Yeah, it was a great night. I mean, the fights that were on Fuel earlier were fantastic, and yes, I'm happy with the three. Listen, people were bitching before that the fights weren't long enough. Well, here you go. Now you got three decisions.
Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, only on Fuel TV.